Go.
Hey everyone, Chris Lewis from Fox 47's Digital Newsroom. We're back in the Library of Michigan, and we're talking to Kendall Darraugh, who is a librarian here at the Library of Michigan, and we're going to be talking about cooking and cookbooks, ethnic cookbooks, from right here in our own state.
Hi Chris, welcome back to the Library of Michigan. This is one of the times of year that I start thinking about food a lot. Spring and fall, when the seasons change, I start wanting to eat something different. And when I heard you were coming back, I thought, oh, this is a perfect time to highlight our ethnic cookbooks in the Library of Michigan, because not only are they a great source of recipes, but some of them really teach us a lot about the history of our state or the people in our state. So I've laid out a bunch. I'm not going to talk about all of them in depth, but we have things that are just a wide variety. We all know about Greektown, and we love to eat Greek food. We've got a few things from there. But I was surprised when I found a Serbian cookbook in our collection. We have a little Holland, or a Dutch cookbook from Holland, Michigan. That's not a surprise. But we also have a little Polish cookbook, Polish recipes, and Danish. I didn't know we had many Danish people in Michigan. Those are fun. We have history of Detroit through French cooking. Those are fun, but I really like the books a lot that talk about the actual families and the cultures that they brought with them. We have two lovely little Jewish cookbooks. These were both made by women in synagogues for their synagogue, but they also tell a lot about family life in a Jewish family and preparing for different holidays. This one, The Fruit of Her Hands, has a great description of preparing for Purim. Our kitchen looked like an assembly line, but then how else could we turn out the hundreds of hamantashen that would surely be consumed for Purim? Father's task began the process. His strong arm officiated the prune pitting, nut chopping, and fruit grinding division. I supervised the preparation of batters and fillings, while Judy rolled and cut the circles of dough that, with effective pinching here and there, turned into familiar three-cornered rolls and cookies. And it goes on and describes the family's celebration of Purim, plus menus for the different holidays. This one's similar. This is another Jewish family cookbook, and it includes a good introduction for a lot of food types, where the food came from, sort of the history of it, why the family would eat it a certain way, and then menus and the significance of the menus for those holidays. So there's a lot to learn besides just how to cook the food. Detroiters will probably be familiar with the name Mother Waddles, but maybe not so much her charitable organization or that she wrote a cookbook. Her soul food cookbook she wrote when she had fallen down the stairs and broke her leg and had a long recovery. She decided this is a good time to write a book. I'm not going to waste this time. In this book, I learned a lot about her charitable organization and how it started, how she, as a mother of 10 children, started helping out other families in her neighborhood. And she also just has good food recipes in here, along with some really funny poems. She wrote a funny poem about being a Weight Watcher at a family picnic. So you learn a lot about culture and families. Patty Pinner's books are great for learning about just family culture. What is life? What is family dinner like in an African-American family on a Sunday afternoon, or maybe revolving around desserts? And she just has a beautiful voice. She describes her family members. She has this lovely quote about cooking. When she saw her tears were no longer moving her husband, they tell me that Miss Viola decided to touch him with her cooking. Morgan loved to eat. I would like to know more about that pie. And then funny family photos she includes. So you get not only a taste of her cooking, but you get an idea of some of the clowning around that got captured in family pictures, and great family stories. Finally, these two, Rosewater and Orange Blossoms, and Cooking with Mina. Orange Water with and Rose Blossoms is Lebanese cooking, and Maureen Aboud tells a lot about what it was like growing up with her grandparents and her parents as immigrants in Michigan, and how important food culture was in their family, and what kind of connection that helped her make with some of her friends in school. The treasure of having friends come over and get to eat this special food and bread that her grandparents would make. And Mina talks a lot about what it was like to grow up first in Italy and transition to becoming an American, and how food was an important part of that. So we have great recipes, but we also have a lot to learn about Michiganders and Michigan culture.